This video is brought to you by...
Man, y'all already know what it is. Cool green clothing. We done gone worldwide, and we coming straight out of Baltimore. We at the end of the year again, and if you ain't get a chance to support the brand yet this year, this the best time right now. We start our Black Friday deals, and our deals starting right now in November, going all the way into December. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Before I get into this story, I just want to say everything in this video is alleged. With that being said, let's get right into it. If you have ever been broke, and I don't mean until payday because you have a job, I'm talking about pockets empty, no legit way to make some money, not knowing how you are going to eat or make it through the day, then you know that's a depressing, messed up feeling that makes your mind wander. Some people have patience. They will go to a temp agency for a day, make a few dollars, rake some leaves, put in applications because they know it's not a permanent situation. As long as you are alive and free, you can always make something shake. And they are not trying to put themselves in a situation to be fighting charges or doing 5 years on a robbery. But that's the kind of thinking that comes with growth and time. For others, it's opposite. When they wake up and go outside and see other people eating out, jumping out of nice cars, expensive jewelry on, $1,000 cell phones, they see opportunity to fix their situation of being broke and come up off of you. They have no patience at all. They want their money now. And the process of getting a job, waiting to be hired, and to get paid is just too much and too long for them, especially if they have access to a gun. Every day we walk around thinking the things we have are not about nothing, like a cell phone, a decent car that you probably don't even like, a job that pays, and we think, I don't have it like that, nobody is checking for me. But there's always somebody out here with less who will crash out for what you have. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing the case of a day out hitting licks that turned into a man being Baltimore's most wanted. For us that grew up in the old Baltimore, what I mean by that is, before everything was considered dangerous. Then we know it was places in the city and county you could slide to have fun, be safe, and out the way. Like taking your girl out Towson, White Marsh, even Applebee's out East Point years ago, down the Harbor or Fells Point. These were all places away from the neighborhood where hardly nothing really happened at. You didn't have to look over your shoulders and could really just relax and have fun. But over the years, that has definitely changed. With bodies dropping out Towson, people being robbed down the Harbor, but even still, people in Baltimore still are entitled to live their life and enjoy our beautiful city. And on April 19th of this year, that was the case for two men, who we will call Devin and Chris for the sake of the story. The two homeboys decided on that evening to go to the historic Fells Point area of the city, a place known for its restaurants, bars, boat docks, views of the harbor, and cobblestone roads, showing the charm in Charm City. While bopping up the street, the two men were laughing and enjoying themselves, when out of nowhere, they heard "Freeze, don't move, I got a switch on this bitch, don't make me let it go." Chris froze in fear after turning around and seeing three men, two with guns and one wearing a ski mask. For Devin, fight or flight kicked in, and he got low and ran. The men ran Chris' pockets, taking his wallet and cell phone before fleeing the scene. Scared but happy he wasn't harmed, he ran up the street where he found Devin at, and the two found the security guard in the area. They told him what happened. He called BPD. When they responded to the location, they wrote up an incident report, and the two men left, shaken up but safe. A few days later, Chris was on Facebook Marketplace, just looking at phones, when he was surprised at what he saw posted. A phone that looked just like his was listed. He looked at the seller's profile and couldn't believe his luck. The man looked just like the man who robbed him down Fells Point, and his name was also on the account, Craig Bethea Jr. Chris went down to the police station with the information he found. They ran Craig's MVA record to confirm the man's identity. As Chris was stating, he was for sure that was the man who robbed him. Police then entered the iPhone's information in a leads database that helps them track down people or property, and they were surprised to get a hit. The phone had been pawned at Sound Device Pawn Shop on East Baltimore Street. Police were able to go to the location, retrieve the phone, and return it to Chris. With that information, a warrant was put out for Craig for armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, and assault. But he was in the win and MIA, landing him on the Maryland's most wanted list, with his picture all over the news. But as of now, Craig hasn't been arrested. He is still on the run and hasn't had his day in court. The claims against him are all alleged, and he is innocent until proven otherwise. Fortunately, in this situation, like many others, nobody got hurt, and the victim was able to get his phone back. Why would somebody rob a person and try to sell the items on Facebook, especially a phone with technology? I don't know. But it just goes to show you how desperate individuals become when they need a few dollars. When I was home, Fells Point was me and my wife's spot. We would go there on a Sunday evening, just bop around, clear our minds, get ready for the week. It was always considered safe and low key, but now it seems like nowhere in the city or county is off limits. Incidents happening everywhere. But I want to end this one with a question for my fellow Baltimoreans. Do you feel like certain places and areas in the city that were once considered safe are now dangerous? Let me know your opinion, how you feel, and your experiences in the comments. Yeah, man, super wild situation. I mean, all through the city, you got cameras everywhere, but it seems like people still don't care. And you take something like an iPhone, you gotta think about the features, the technology, find your iPhone, the iCloud. They got all kind of things that can track that phone. And you gotta think, it's your freedom worth them few dollars you might get for hitting that lick. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. I definitely appreciate you if you made it to the end. Be sure to tap that like button if you're feeling the content. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.